Elimination Chamber gets an 8 out of 10, so here's a recap of everything that happened. At the kickoff show, we had Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against Candice, LeRae, and Indi Hartwell. Candice and Indi took the fight to the champions at the start, before the Kabuki Warriors would isolate LeRae from Hartwell. Despite the hot tag and Indi Hartwell clearly being the hometown favorite, it didn't mean anything at the end, and after Kairi Sane hit the insane elbow, Kabuki Warriors would win the match and retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Onto the main show, we kicked it off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Bianca Belair versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Liv Morgan versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus Becky Lynch. Lynch and Naomi would be the first two women that would start the match. Tiffany Stratton would enter next, followed by Liv Morgan. Stratton would score the first elimination in the match by eliminating Naomi via pinfall. Rodriguez would join the match, and then finally Bianca Belair. Liv Morgan would eliminate Tiffany Stratton. Bianca Belair would eliminate Raquel Rodriguez. In the end, Liv Morgan would manage to eliminate Bianca Belair before she was quickly eliminated by Becky Lynch, making Becky Lynch the winner of the 2024 Women's Elimination Chamber match and the brand new #1 contender for Rhea Ripley's Women's World Championship. Next up were the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship against Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, New Catch Republic. Bate and Dunne fought the champions fast, but thanks to some cheap shots from Dominic Mysterio, Balor and Priest would gain control of the match. New Catch Republic would come close on multiple occasions on winning the match and the titles, but unfortunately failed to get the job done. Finn Balor would hit the coup de grace and pick up the victory for the Judgment Day as they retained the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. We then had the Grayson Waller Effect segment, with special guests being the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. We would learn two things from this segment. One, that Seth Rollins is days away from being medically cleared to compete once again, and two, after getting slapped back at the WrestleMania 40 press conference, Cody Rhodes would challenge The Rock to a one-on-one match, and Seth Rollins promised to have Cody's back in case the Bloodline would interfere in that possible one-on-one match in the future. We continued to the Men's Elimination Chamber match with Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley versus Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight. McIntyre and Knight would be the first two to start off the match. They would be later joined by Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Randy Orton, finally Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre would eliminate Bobby Lashley after hitting him with a Claymore kick. LA Knight tried to eliminate Drew McIntyre before he was attacked by AJ Styles with a steel chair and then the Styles Clash, allowing Drew McIntyre to eliminate LA Knight. Randy Orton would eliminate Kevin Owens and then Logan Paul after hitting them with RKOs, before Logan Paul would return and hit Randy Orton square in the face with the brass knuckles, knocking him straight out, allowing Drew McIntyre to pin Randy Orton and win the 2024 Men's Elimination Chamber match to fight Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. And finally, it was the main event, as Rhea Ripley would defend her Women's World Championship against Nia Jax. Nia Jax was very dominant against Rhea Ripley for the majority of this match. Every time Rhea Ripley would try to build momentum, Nia Jax would cut it off. And after the two brawled outside the ring, Nia Jax would bring Rhea Ripley back into the ring and hit the Annihilator, but Ripley would kick out and escape Nia's second attempt at the Annihilator, giving her the opportunity to finally manage to hit the Riptide and pin Nia Jax to retain her WWE Women's World Championship, as the show would go off the air with Rhea Ripley celebrating in the front row with the rest of her family in Australia. And that's the recap of the 2024 Elimination Chamber event. I got all 5 of my match predictions correct, but tell me what you guys thought about this event in the comment section below.